Good morning. Oh, look at all these people jumping in. I think I've been starting a little too fast and not really giving people a chance to link up. I guess it takes a little bit of time. What's up? This wave function is really funny. I don't mean wave function like an equation. I mean like the functionality of waving through Instagram. What a funny thing. Well, I appreciate all the ones and zeros you guys are sending me. It's fantastic. I'll wait exactly 15 more seconds and then we're going to get going. Day 7, folks. Primal reset. Hopefully you guys have been doing everything I showed you every day. That might be a bit of a pipe dream, but we're going to hope that that's the case anyway. It's a beautiful morning out here. I don't know if you can hear the thousands of birds singing their song. I'm pretty sure that birds only sing for 2 reasons, and that's to eat or get laid. Gives you kind of a different perspective of what's going on, huh? By the way, leave me a comment and let me know if you would like me to keep doing some of these morning videos. It's not really that difficult, and I guess I really just know a lot of things after the last 15 years of doing this. So I would be happy to share more of this if you guys are interested. We just filmed the Primal Athleticism course yesterday. Took all day on Sunday, and of course, however many years to get all of that information together. It's awesome. It's so cool. It's like Ultimate Athleticism took the red pill and followed Alice down the rabbit hole. It's really fantastic for building connection as well as capacity. So, all right, looks like you guys are really enjoying this. So I'm gonna keep it going on some level here. All right, hey, thanks everybody. Cool. Well, let's get right into it. Today we're going to go over carry. Let's see, what did we go over so far? We went over breathing, vision, vestibular system. We went over crawling. We went over climbing. We went over rolling. And now we have carry. So it's roll, bounce, balance, crawl, climb, carry, rub, squeeze, shake. These are all things that you'll learn in the course, actually. I don't want to give too much away. Really not good with that. I always end up giving a little too much away. Anyway, back to it. So carries are really, really valuable. It's the perfect complement to a lot of the body weight training and quickness and agility stuff that I do and recommend. It's, I would argue, one of the best ways to get that load-bearing strength, and there really is no substitute for this. And I remember when I was working up toward pressing 2 48-kilogram kettlebells at the same time, that I would do handstand push-ups on one day. Actually, I would do that on about like 5 days, and then I would do heavy actual presses about once a week. And the reason I did that was because it was just so much more taxing on my overall system to be being wedged between the earth and a weight rather than just have all the load go to my shoulders. So that's something to take into consideration when you're organizing your training, how you want to do this. So back to carries, that is an important component of strength that you just can't really get with body weight exercise. If you just do body weight training only, it may be a little bit tougher to carry a human. So we're going to use a sandbag today. My favorite implement to carry is another person, and we'll get right to it. So number 1 is putting the sandbag on your belly and taking it for a walk. This is so silly simple. And once again, carrying is something I recommend for a minimum of 5 minutes a day. It has to do with the fact that you're going to get a lot more compound interest if you compound it daily. And psychologically, it's just a much easier habit if you get really into the pattern of doing this stuff every day rather than just sometimes. It's a lot of scheduling, and if you just really make the commitment to do this stuff daily, you're going to be a lot better off. So this is great. It's going to get your core dialed in, belly breathing. You can march a little bit, but I like to go for an actual walk. And while you're doing this, the breathing is huge. So what I recommend is, depending on the weight of the sandbag, you can match your breathing to your stepping, or if the sandbag is reasonably light enough, we would just go back to our very relaxed breathing and try to breathe through the nose as much as we can. So that's your bear hug. Once again, that's something I would do for 5 minutes personally. The shoulder. Now, this is a very cool bit here, because I remember when I went to Britain, the UK, England. I'm really not sure what they prefer to call it, but my friend Rob at Commando Temple asked me if I wanted to come in for just a little workout the day before the Ultimate Athleticism course. And he said little workout. What he actually meant was a 4-hour gauntlet of all the most difficult things he could have me try, which climaxed in a 1,200-pound tire flip that I did for the first time. And I remember that workout left me pretty tired for at least a week. But one of the things we first did was we took a sandbag on the shoulder, and we did, I think it must have been like, it was at least 400 meters, if not 800 meters. And I remember that I realized, wow, this is a great diagnostic tool. It really illuminated some imbalances in the lateral chain and core musculature and that oblique sling. Whenever you're standing on one leg, you need your glute and opposite oblique to work in unison to stabilize you in that single leg stance. So what I recommend you try is half body weight in the sandbag. This is a little heavier. This is like 110 pounds, by the way. We're talking about the UK a lot. 5 kickstand squats per side. Kickstand squat is just taking this guy back into the side a little bit. Make sure you do the other side as well. And then you take it for a 1-minute walk as soon as you're done with that. And this is fantastic for really illuminating the difference between the right and the left side of your body. You're getting the asymmetrical load, and then you're also getting contralateral and unilateral kickstands, so you can really gain or glean a lot of information about how well you're able to coordinate ipsilaterally and contralaterally, and then how good your endurance is going for that distance. So this is really huge. Definitely do a little test for yourself today. Grab something heavy. You can also throw a compliant person over your shoulder. That'll work basically the same. I actually find that a little more enjoyable. And then we'll go for something a little more challenging, I guess, which is the Zercher position. So this reminds me, this would be like a very high Zercher, but what it reminds me of is the Simba squat, which is where you hold a kettlebell up top. And when you're holding the sandbag here, you're really going to get a lot more core involved than you would otherwise. And then one step from there to boost the shoulders into it is to actually carry the bag just off of your chest. So not crushing you, but just actually go for a walk right here. And once again, it's not complicated. You don't really need to know anything. The most important thing is that you do it daily so you can get that compounding effect. And you just work within your individual ability level, and you keep bumping that up. So let's see, got that one, got that one, got that one. Oh yeah, so as I mentioned before, we worked all day filming yesterday for Primal Athleticism. I'm absolutely toasted. It's everything that I could have hoped that Ultimate Athleticism would evolve into. And if you want to make sure that you get the first crack at the apple when I do a special sale later this week, go ahead and hop on my email list at maxshank.com. And by the way, if you're in M3, it's going to be free for you. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me over the last 2 years, writing tons and tons of really challenging to write programs. You know, if you're in the M3 Academy, you realize it's not about writing a program. I had a program compiler automatically do stuff for Ultimate Athleticism years back. It was a really cool feature where I set up all these different menus that you could randomize, but the M3 has really been more of a process of self-discovery and learning, and it just happens to be woven really nicely in with the movements and the topics that we go over. So if you're in the M3 Academy, Primal Athleticism is going to be free for you. So as a thank you for your support, really appreciate that. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed these primal resets. Hop on my email list and shoot me an email. Let me know if you would like me to do some more of these. And if so, what would you like to learn about? I really would be very interested to know how I can help you the best. Things are a little bit funky right now, quite frankly. And one of the things that I've noticed about myself is that, I think what's going on for people is a little bit sad, but I'm doing great. I have so many different ways to express myself on a daily basis. I have so many good opportunities to train, exercise, cook healthy food, and I just think that it can be really easy. So if you guys want some more help, and just let me know. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for joining me on this primal reset. And if enough of you are interested, shoot, I guess I'll keep doing these morning live videos so we can all kick off our day the right way. So just to recap, every day you should be doing carries. And in case you didn't remember, it's roll, bounce, balance, crawl, climb, carry every single day. So now you have several bits that you can be doing every day. And remember, guys, it's about 10% knowing what to do, 90% actually doing it. So practice every day with joy and love in your heart, and you really can't go wrong. Thank you very much, everybody. Talk to you soon.